What's up, sports bettors? I got 5 player props on PrizePicks, and PrizePicks is a very beatable platform. And the reason it's a very beatable platform is they don't change your payouts based on the 5 picks you select. You could take all overs, all unders, it doesn't matter at all. This is always the payout you're getting for a 5 flex play. So I've broken it down before, but essentially to beat PrizePicks, right, to make money on this platform, all you got to do is win over 54.25% of your player props. That's all you have to do. People add in so much BS into, oh, this is how PrizePicks works. PrizePicks is really simple. This is literally just their 5 flex payout, right? Breaking down what percentage of your picks do you have to win to beat PrizePicks long term, to make money on PrizePicks long term. And all you got to do is be able to select these over-unders correctly 54.25% of the time. So you need an edge, right? If you were to blindly select over or under, you're only going to be correct 50% of the time. And to beat PrizePicks, you got to be correct 54.25% of the time. So essentially, the tools I use to find player props on PrizePicks that are winning over 54.25% of the time is first the OddsJam Positive EV tool, right? So you just go to Tool, Positive EV, and all this tool does is it shows you player props on PrizePicks that are winning over 54.25% of the time. And it does that by looking at the sports books, right? So essentially, all these sports books, right? PrizePicks is very different than a sports book. You look at PrizePicks, there's no odds, there's no numbers, right? PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform. Again, any 5 picks you select, you're always getting the same payout, right? You're always getting that payout where, you can see right here. This is always the payout you're getting. It's a fixed payout platform. There's no odds like on sportsbooks. Whereas on sportsbooks, you can see right here for Tanner Houck, all the books have Tanner's under 15.5 outs as the heavily favored outcome. So all the sportsbooks are saying Tanner's a lot more likely to go under 15.5 player outs as opposed to over. His under is a lot more likely. His under is the favored outcome. So I've explained this before, but what you really need to understand about sports betting in general is sports books, they imply win probabilities through their odds, right? So here the under is favored. The under is more likely than the over. The sports books are telling you the under is the favored outcome. It's more likely to occur. So tonight, for example, the Knicks are favored to win against the Heat. They're roughly minus 200 favorites, right? Or minus 250. So minus 200 means a 2-to-1 favorite, 66.67% to win. So here the Knicks are closer to minus 250. So you're going to see what the market is telling you is the Knicks are roughly 70% to win this game. They're a bit over a 2-to-1 favorite. So if you look at Bet Online or Bookmaker's known to be a sharp sports book, they have their line plus 207 on the Heat, minus 253 for the favored team, the Knicks. So the Knicks are minus 253. So according to the market, the Knicks, they're a bit over 2-to-1 favorites. So 2-to-1 favorite means 2/3 to win the game, 66.67%. So because the Knicks are a bit over, minus 200, they're roughly 68.75% to win this game according to the market. So it's no different here, right? Tanner's under is favored. Tanner's under is the favored outcome, and you can quantify the win probability, right? So just like we said, okay, if a team is minus 200, right, the favored team is 2/3 to win, 66.67. If a team's plus 200, they're a 2-to-1 underdog. They're 1/3 to win the game. 1/3, 33.33%. So here for Tanner Houck, his under's favored, so we know the under's more likely than the over, but we got to make sure it's over 54.25% to win, and that's exactly what OddsJam is doing, right? So if you look at Pinnacle, they have the over at plus 111, the under at minus 148. So this is known to be the sharpest bookmaker in the world. So you put in the odds for the under, the odds for the over. We know the under is the favored outcome. So the under is going to be winning over 50% of the time. And according to Pinnacle, how much juice, right, they have towards the under, minus 200 means 2-to-1 favorite, 66.67% to win. His under is not all the way up at minus 200, so it's going to be less than 66.67, but above 50. So here you can see it's 55.74% to win. That's higher than 54.25%. So this is a profitable play in a PrizePicks flex. Tanner Houck, under 15.5 outs. Literally just following the data. Austin Reeves, under 16.5 points. Sam Reinhart, under 2.5 shots on goal. There can be value in baseball, NBA, NHL. I say this all the time, but as a sharp bettor, you're supposed to be opportunistic, right? You're kind of scanning through. PrizePicks has, literally tens of thousands of lines, tons of different things you can bet on. Is you're scanning for 5 player props. You want to play 5 flexes, the 5 best player props that are winning over 54.25% of the time. You want to find 5 spots where sportsbooks have one side heavily favored. In this case, it's Tanner's under, right? It's not his over. His over is a pretty big underdog. You definitely don't want to take his over on PrizePicks. You want to take his under. His under is heavily favored. So the second tool I use to find value on PrizePicks is right here, and it's called the fantasy screen. So what this tool does is it essentially just scans the market, and then it tells you the win probability for your plays, and it just sorts by win probability. This is the only number that matters on PrizePicks. What percentage of your picks can you win, right? If you're able to hit 57% of your player props on PrizePicks, your ROI on PrizePicks long-term playing 5 flexes is going to be really high, 19.25%. Right? It doesn't matter if you're betting on golf, the NHL, NBA, MLB, doesn't matter. Right? If you win 57% of your picks because PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform, your ROI is going to be 19.25%. There's nothing complicated going on here. This is literally just breaking down PrizePicks payouts. So what this fantasy screen does is it just sorts the player props that have the highest probability of winning according to sportsbook odds. So you're going to see Jalen Brunson. Unsurprisingly, this is part of a promo. Jalen Brunson, PrizePicks is bringing his point line down for the promo from 24.5 points to 20.5 points. So you definitely want to take his over. PrizePicks is discounting his line by 4 points. And what you're going to notice is FanDuel has this minus 310. So a 3-1 favorite, 3/4 to win, 75% to win. So you're going to see the actual percentage chance to hit is 71%, right? Because this, percentage chance to hit column, it incorporates all sports books, not just FanDuel. It looks at all sports books. So for Tanner Houck, it's pulling in odds from Caesars, DraftKings, all these different platforms, and kind of getting a market consensus of where the line is, right? And, here it's pretty clear. Caesars, DraftKings, Betway, Hot Streak, Pinnacle, all these sportsbooks have the under heavily favored. So this is a great player prop to include in our PrizePicks entry. Tanner Houck under 15.5. So literally I just grabbed some plays from the fantasy screen. So Steven Matz, his under 2.5 walks. Caesars has his under all the way down at minus 155. DraftKings minus 125. So kind of around minus 140 if you're to take a midpoint. For Matt Carpenter, bases. For Adley Rutschman, under half of a run. All the books have his under favored. So that's a play you want to go with. I mean, pretty simple. You're just trying to find 5 picks where sports books have the unders or the overs really heavily favored. So what I ended up going with is right here. Matt's under 2.5 walks. Rutschman, no run. Houck under 15.5 outs. Sam Reinhart under 2.5 shots on goal. Kyle Lowry over 14.5 points plus assists. All these plays just from the fantasy screen or from this positive EV tool, just finding value, right? Then this is the same play. I just replaced Austin Reeves under 16.5 points with this Kyle Lowry play. So that's my second play, 150 to win 1,500, just kind of diversifying a bit. And then here's a 6-pick flex. So I just threw in the Taco Tuesday Jalen Brunson over 20.5 points. So hopefully this video was helpful. Any questions you have, my email's in the description, as well as the spreadsheet, kind of breaking down PrizePicks payouts, how this platform works. And let's make some money, guys.